Okay, I hope you guys are okay. I sat in this spot a couple of days ago and spoke about Diogo Jota and his brother sadly passing away, and there have been some incredible reflections since from so many different people, and we've heard some beautiful tributes. A funeral has passed, and we've seen the players and past teammates attending, and I think there are a lot of beautiful things to observe in this time. And I hope you all took the personal time to do what it was and keep doing what it is that you need to do to understand what's going on right now, to process it, and to find a way to integrate that new reality that the Liverpool fan base and football and so many people so much closer to him than we ever have been are now facing. And there is never really an easy time to address the reality that someone passing away leaves on, because there are so many ramifications of losing someone so special and so precious and so impactful on so many people. And I know a lot of other people have returned to making content in recent days, and I certainly think I respect anyone who can speak on camera at a time like this. And I don't judge them for wanting to continue to talk about the club that they love and share that experience. But that didn't feel right specifically for me. And emotionally, I just didn't really, I want to take a bit of time to process and give some space between events. And this is not a thing which will be over in a week. It's not a thing that will ever be over. And it will, I think a lot of people will feel the unfolding over time as we have the first pre-season. We don't know when that's going to happen yet. And obviously we'll talk about that. We'll talk about whatever the players decide and whatever the fan base feel in that time. And that, I think, is really important. Then we'll be talking about lineups and positions and Liverpool's strengths and weaknesses. And Jota was a huge strength for us in so many games. So I guess what I'm asking and what I would encourage you to have in this time is a bit of grace for those, first of all, the people who have to talk about it. You know, there are pundits on TV who have to cover it. They're asked very direct questions in a moment live. And we all know that can be a challenging situation to deal with, especially if you yourself can sometimes feel a little clouded by emotion and sadness, I guess, and so many other reflections of your own, but also for the wider world. So there's that. And then grace for the players in this period. Everyone mourns and deals with things differently. The world's a very big place, and I've seen a lot of judgments over the last few days of a lot of people closely connected to the club, or even people who aren't really connected to the club who have had their own experience. And I'm not really in the business of passing an opinion on that anymore. So I'm going to let those people reflect and give them the grace and the space to be able to just explore their own feelings. It's not down to any of us to tell someone else how to grieve or move on, or whatever the feeling is that they have that they want to do. That's theirs to do with whatever they want. And then finally, I do think this is going to go, it goes longer than pre-season, right? It goes longer than punditry. I think this will be I don't want to call it a theme, but a feeling around the club for quite a while. Because I don't know about you, but my first thought whenever we were down was always, get Jota on. And that will be as instinctive as it was back then. Do you know what I mean? So that is a weird situation. And I've said this to a lot of people over the last few days. It's an unusual situation we find ourselves, or an unusual feeling that so many of us are sharing right now, or processing in our own way because of our own personal life experiences and what we value. So as we go through those emotions, I think, you know, the first game at Anfield, the first game away, the first game where we lose, the first game where we win, there will be lots of different ways that we process this. And however the players choose to do it, I will support, because it's their own emotions and part of our experience is investing in those things. And like I said in that last video, that so many people left brilliant comments below. I'd encourage you to go and read the comments on that video, mainly just because it was a nice place to share memories, emotions, and just see how kind people are to each other. And I think that's, I guess, another reflection. And I'll do another video about this, because maybe this isn't the time for it, an overall update, because it's not, doesn't feel far enough. But, you know, we've been through so many things with players as a football club. Players leaving, players coming, players wanting to leave. And I think no one is going to tell you what to learn from this experience. No one's going to say, you need to learn that life is this, and it's your own to make your own decisions over, and it's your own to process. That's good, all right? And if you have any reflections, or you think, this did make me realize, you know, how precious my loved ones are, or any of those things, do you know what I mean? Then by all means leave that as a comment, but also just allow us as people covering it the space to, in the next few weeks, first of all, not upload as regularly, but secondly, when we are covering it, we are going to utter phrases which aren't about a lack of care or a lack of understanding or whatever it is. We will say things like, the front line needs some backup now, or whatever the phrase is. And I heard Neil Atkinson say this in his own reflections. He was saying, you know, we will say there's a gap now, or whatever it is. And that gap will remain. But like I said in that last video, you can't replace people specifically like that. So I think in this time, it's about learning how to do this. It's a new experience for all of us. And there will be days where we say things or make jokes in videos, and, you know, there'll be moments of levity and moments of sadness. And I don't think anyone's really over processing. This won't be over for quite a while. And in many ways, that's a good thing. Shows the mark of the man and the reflection and the feelings that surrounded him and his impact and how important he was to us. And so many people have said, oh, you know, in this time, I realized how important these players were to me. I think that's a good thing. But, you know, the first You'll Never Walk Alone at Anfield, that's going to be painful. That's going to be hard. There's a lot of firsts that we're going to go through, is what I'm saying. And as hard as it is for us, I can't imagine how it is for his family, his friends, his teammates. So in naming all of that, what I'm saying is, as we return to producing content about Liverpool, speaking about the club, reflecting on the club, give us a bit of space to be able to talk. And let's talk about how we talk about this. Let's act and not judge. Let's make a memorial for him, which is caring and loving and all the things that he would want it to be. Obviously, I'm not monetizing these videos, and I just kind of wanted to call that out because I think a lot of people are having those discussions right now. I won't be monetizing any Diogo Jota videos going forward, and any stuff that I might benefit from, I would hope to pass back through charity and other such means. So if you have any ideas on where that money can go, pass them on to me in the comments and let's start something. because there should be some good that comes out of this for all the horrible things that have happened. Again, grace, understanding, and community. Those are three things that Liverpool are very good at. So let's embrace that. Appreciate you guys watching and sharing your thoughts. Honestly, I'll probably do a video in the coming days about the comments on that video. I've watched some brilliant tributes, some brilliant moments, some brilliant words, and I think all those things helped me, and I hope that they helped you as well. Yeah, it's a new and strange and different time. I would love to say, oh, let's go out there and win it for Diogo Jota. But again, that feels quite callous. That feels quite sort of, oh, football. All those things fade when family and loved ones and brothers and sisters and cousins and aunties and uncles and mothers and daughters and sons and fathers, everyone you love, best friends, are involved. So I hope you're dealing with it okay, or at least as well as you can, and give yourself the grace you're going to give other people, because you deserve it. I know it sounds weird to say this, and there are a few people who did say below the other video, I don't get this kind of video. Just give yourself the space. It's not up to us to decide how other people mourn, grieve, and, you know. So the content will slowly return. I will be doing football content on my other channel as well, which won't be Liverpool based. I've chosen not to put a logo on screen or, you know, memorialize him on the channel, because I don't really know how to do that. Not graphically, but just kind of in a way that feels meaningful to me. And how to use Photoshop. Clearly. So I hope you understand that as well. I hope in time, I think my main thing is not about gestures, it's about memories and experiences and life. So I hope you're okay. Whatever you've done in this time to think about it, good. And whatever you need to do it. And if you need support, if you need help, if you're struggling this time, emotionally, no matter how big or how small that feels, deal with it, look at it, talk to someone about it. Because you'll be better off for that. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you guys sharing your thoughts. We will speak again very soon. And I hope that you understand that when the tone changes, when there are jokes and there are moments, it's not out of carelessness. It's out of a coping and dealing and the fact that we want to speak as a community. Appreciate you guys watching. I will chat to you in a while. I've probably ended this video about 10 times and it didn't need to be this long. But Diogo, we still miss you. We'll always miss you. And there are going to be a lot of moments where we remember you, memorialize you, and miss you even more. On the football pitch and off the pitch. I hope you're all dealing with it. And I'll talk to you later. Appreciate you guys.